Hi, I'm Delia from Delia Creates, and today we're making my crocheted cabled cardigan pattern. To begin, you need size 3 yarn and an H8 or 5mm hook. Roll your skeins into balls to prevent future tangles. The cardigan is constructed in the same way as my free rectangle cardigan pattern, so I will reference it a lot in this tutorial. Please check out the link in the post. For this video, I will mainly focus on how to create the cabled stitch texture. Chain the number listed in the pattern for your size, then work a double crochet in the third chain from the hook, and complete the row with double crochet stitches. For the next row, we will start forming the foundation for the cable texture. And the rectangle cardigan, I have you working in the base of the chain 2 to keep the sides straight. The cables look better if you work in the next stitch. Don't worry, it will even out at the end and be straight. For this next row, you're going to work regular double crochet stitches according to the pattern, and then you're going to start working alternating front post double crochet and regular double crochet in groups of 4. To work a front post double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook behind the post of the next stitch, and complete a double crochet stitch. Work a regular double crochet in the next stitch, and then a front post double crochet, and so on. When you work a double crochet after a front post double crochet, take care not to work in the gap right next to the front post double crochet stitch. It can look like a stitch, but it's not. Make sure to work in the next stitch. Work another front post double crochet and a double crochet. You should now have 4 front post double crochets with regular double crochet stitches in between. I'm going to call this group of 4 a cable cluster because you will cable it later. After the cable cluster, work more regular double crochets, you're going to follow the pattern, before working another cable cluster. After that, work regular double crochet stitches to the next cluster or to the end of the row, depending on what piece you're making. Make sure to work a double crochet in the last stitch and in the chain 2 at the end. It can be easy to miss as it blends in with the last stitch. Here's a quick look at how the texture is shaping up. Now you're going to turn and continue that texture by working a back post double crochet wherever you worked a front post double crochet in the previous row. So work the same number of regular double crochet stitches to match the previous row, then back post double crochet by yarning over, insert your hook in front of the post, pushing it to the back, and complete a double crochet stitch. Now work a regular double crochet, back post double crochet, double crochet, back post double crochet, double crochet, back post double crochet. To complete the cluster, there should be 4 back post double crochets. Work regular double crochets to match the previous row, then repeat for the next cluster. Again, take care not to miss that chain 2 from the previous row at the end. And now we're ready to start cabling. Work regular double crochets up to the cable cluster, and then you're going to work a regular front post double crochet and a double crochet stitch. Now see these middle 2 front post double crochets in the cluster? We are going to cross them with front post triple crochet stitches. Readjust to make your working yarn nice and tight, yarn over twice, use your index finger to hold it in place to keep it from slipping off the hook, then skip the first front post double crochet and the next regular double crochet. Insert your hook under the 3rd stitch from the hook, yarn over and pull through. You should now have 4 loops on your hook. Now you're going to complete a triple crochet stitch. So yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, then yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. This is a front post triple crochet stitch. Now return to the first front post double crochet stitch that you skipped, yarn over twice. You're going to weave your hook behind the front post triple crochet that you just worked and insert your hook under the skipped front post double crochet. It's going to seem awkward at first, but it does get easier. Then pull it up from behind the front post triple crochet that you just worked, yarn over, pull through, then complete the triple crochet stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. As you can see, now the stitches are crossed. The other double crochet stitch that we skipped will stay skipped until the next row. Work a regular double crochet, make sure it's not in any gaps from the front post triple crochet stitches. Then work a regular front post double crochet, work regular double crochet stitches to match the previous row until you get to the next cable cluster, and repeat the process again. Work a front post double crochet, a regular double crochet, then skip 2 stitches, work a front post triple crochet in the 3rd stitch from the hook, This is just review. Yarn over twice, insert your hook under the front post triple crochet and under the skipped front post double crochet, pull it up from behind the front post triple crochet and complete the front post triple crochet stitch. That's a mouthful. Finish the cable cluster with a regular double crochet and a front post double crochet, then complete regular double crochet stitches until the next cluster or to the end, depending on which piece you're making. For the next row, work regular double crochet up to the cluster, then work a back post double crochet in the front post double crochet from the previous row, and then work a regular double crochet, and then we're going to work a back post double crochet stitch in the front post triple crochet stitch from the previous row. In the gap between the two crossed front post triple crochet stitches is where we will pick up that skipped double crochet. Work a regular double crochet stitch in that space, and then work a back post double crochet in the next front post triple crochet. Then a double crochet and a back post double crochet to complete the cluster. Work the rest of the row in the same manner, working double crochet stitches in between the clusters and completing the other cluster or clusters in the same way as this one. For the next row, you're going to go back to working alternating front post double crochet and regular double crochet in each cluster. You can really see the cable oval shape starting to form. Work one more row of alternating back post double crochet and double crochet stitches at the cable clusters, and then you're ready to cable again on the next row. With the second row of cabling, you can really see that eye shape or oval shape form. And now, this is me crocheting in real time with all that sped up video. Now that you know how the cables are formed, complete each rectangle for the number of rows indicated in the pattern for each piece. For the sleeves, however, you will only need to create regular double crochet rectangles with no cabling. You should now have a back piece, 2 front pieces, 2 sleeves, plus 2 optional pockets. The rest of the cardigan is assembled the same way as my rectangle cardigan. I linked to it in the post. There are only a couple differences. One is that you need to ensure that the cables in the front pieces line up with the cables on the back piece. Seam together the shoulders and the sides, fold the sleeves in half and seam them together. Follow the rectangle cardigan video if you need more instruction on this. Then seam the sleeves into the armholes and you're ready to add a hem, band, collar, and sleeve bands. Which brings us to one more difference between this cardigan and the rectangle cardigan pattern. Before working the front post double crochet and back post double crochet rib texture, you need to work a row of regular double crochet stitches around the hem band so the ribbed hem band texture won't disrupt the cable texture. Follow the pattern in the rectangle cardigan tutorial to add the collar, sleeve, hem bands, and the optional pockets. The pockets are designed to also match up with the cables. Then weave in all the tails. There are so many tails. And that's it! You did it! Yay! For more tutorials and patterns, visit DeliaCreates.com.